Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 15 of our English 1020 online course. Guys, we made it. It's the last full week of class. I am so proud of you. I continue to just be amazed by how just smooth you guys have taken the transition. We were online anyway, but still, with all of the general trauma that's been going on and crazy, wild times with coronavirus quarantine and sheltering in place, you guys have made it. You held on, and now all we have to do is finish out our semester. Wow, it's going to be fast. We're going to get through this week. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about in this video. I want to go through some announcements. I want to talk about the showcase, of course, because that's coming up on Friday. And I want to talk through our final assignment. I know, I can't believe it. We're on the last thing. So also, I just need to mention that this will be my last video. This is the final full week of the semester, and your portfolios are going to be due on Monday. So this will be my final instructor video. I'll give you a moment to grab a tissue because it's very sad. But I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy that we are to this point in the semester, and I'm looking forward to watching you guys finish really strong. Okay, so in terms of announcements, there's just two main things. First of all, to talk about the showcase on Friday, don't forget 11 to noon. Your requirements as students in my class are to contribute something to be posted. So that's going to be, for most of you, for the folks who participated in the planning thread, almost everyone said, I'm going to contribute my infographic. So I'm going to be gathering those from Canvas, where you guys plugged those in. Please pay attention to your email, because if for some reason I can't open a link or I can't download the image, I might need your help. So I might shoot you an email to get those infographics from you. If you're among the few people who are going like real creative with it, you're going to send me a meme or a photograph or whatever. Get those to me by Thursday. Either way you go, your contributions are going to be first something visual for the Facebook page, and then second, to participate in the Facebook live stream for at least 15 minutes. I mean, heck, stay the whole hour if you want. I am trying to keep it really focused and short, so it's just from 11 to noon, and if you do those two things, you'll get an easy 70 points. So hopefully that should feel real encouraging and boost you guys up wherever you're at this semester. Another thing I just wanted to make an announcement of was the fact that we are doing student evaluations of teaching. Now, just being transparent with you guys, I did have the option to opt out of student evaluations of teaching, but because we were already online and because I really do value your feedback on my teaching, I decided not to opt out of them due to the coronavirus precautions and transitioning online. Like I said, we were online anyway, and so if you would take a minute, you can access those. I believe you should have gotten an email, and also you can access the student evaluations in Canvas. Please participate in that. I value your feedback, and I value learning about how this class has gone for you as a student. So thank you. I appreciate your feedback. Okay, I think those are my only announcements. I'm going to transition us to our Canvas view and talk you through our last week of class. All right. Okay. So I just want to give you the overview of our last little bit of class here. As you can see, for the Project 4 portfolio, we've basically got week 15 with a few activities, including the showcase, and then finals week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through both of these activities pages, and when I get to the finals week, you'll see why, because it's basically just like turn everything in. Excuse me, but for this week, this is a big week, the final full week of the semester. We're putting together our digital portfolios. You've been building them all semester long, right? Do you remember those little journal prompts where I would say, portfolio moment? Look back at this unit, pick something out, put it in a folder somewhere, save it to your hard drive. Do you remember that? Hopefully that's ringing a lot of bells for you. This is the project where we can use all that stuff that you've been tucking away all semester. You'll be writing a brief reflection paper just to kind of collate everything. I'll talk to you more in detail about what that means. And additionally, we have our Facebook Live on Friday. I've talked about that a ton. So basically, this week, watch the Week 15 video, which you're totally already doing. High five. All the high fives in the world. Good job. In terms of reading, really just reading through your own work to select pieces for this portfolio. And also, I'm going to ask you guys to read each other's reflection paper drafts just to help keep everyone's writing flowing and growing. In terms of writing, there's going to be one DJ, which is basically kind of a place to outline your reflection paper and get your claim fleshed out. Definitely going to do peer review on at least our shitty first draft, so the reflection paper. And then just revising, getting that final draft put together. So in terms of the week, it is, fairly important, I guess, to watch the video sooner rather than later. And to be reading through the semester work that you set aside in your portfolio file to choose some things out of it. We'll go into depth with the assignment prompt in a second, and that will kind of become clear. You definitely need to be making a claim in your reflection paper. So drafting that earlier rather than later is good. And organizing excerpts of your own work that will serve as evidence. Of course, Friday is the showcase. It's going to be so fun. And then by Sunday, you want to have at least your shitty first draft posted so that you can get feedback from your classmates on it. And you really just kind of get pulling all of the pieces together, because the final portfolio is due on Monday. Now, this is why I'm going to look at finals week activities with you, because it basically just says, finish your portfolio. The official due date of the portfolio, Project 4, is not December 10th. Sorry, that's one place I didn't change the date. April 20th is the official due date. If you need to email me and negotiate a different turn-in day within that week of finals, that's fine. I'll let you guys decide what will be best for you. So let's talk about Project 4 in a little more depth, right? Because there's some moving parts to it, and I just want to make sure we don't always go in detail through the assignment descriptions together, because there's a lot going on in these videos, but I really want to take time for this final project to make sure that I'm talking through it with you guys clearly. Feel free also, when I'm done, if it's not super clear, to send me an email, just if you have any questions. Okay. So basically, we're doing this final portfolio as a space for you to reflect on how you've grown in the 4 course learning outcomes, which, if you don't remember what those were, they're in your syllabus. Also, very quickly, reading, writing, researching, and reflecting. Those are the bullet points, but they get expanded on in your syllabus, so make sure that you read through them carefully so that you can be accurate when you're picking out evidence from your own work. But before we get to that, first, what you want to do is choose one piece of writing from this semester to thoroughly revise. You're going to want to make changes to hocks, mocks, and locks. Remember the higher order concerns, middle order concerns, lower order concerns. And what I'm asking you to do is highlight your changes. So that means maybe even color code them, right? Higher order concerns in blue, middle order concerns in green. I don't know, pick your favorite colors. But what I'm looking for is to see all of the orders of concern addressed. and to also give you the chance to look at how your writing is changing. It's even now changing, and you've grown so much. So this one piece of writing could be a draft. It could be a final paper. A lot of people find that to be really rewarding, where they will choose a final draft and then revise it even further. Whatever you choose, make sure you're addressing higher order, middle order, and lower order concerns and highlighting them after you've changed them. Secondly, and this is the thing that all of that portfolio work, as we've been putting things aside throughout the semester, this is where it kind of comes together. I'd like you to compile, whatever, 4 to 6 samples or excerpts of samples of your own writing. So this could be excerpts from papers. Don't plop a whole paper in there, but be really strategic. Like, say, if you want to point to how you've grown in, say, research, you might want to pull like your favorite paragraph from Project 3A or Project 2. Digital journals, peer review, anything can help describe and demonstrate your growth in the course learning outcomes. So if you want to say how you've grown in reading, perhaps pulling in something from your annotated bibliography and talking about how it shows that you were able to read this really scholarly text carefully and accurately. What I'm looking for is a section in your portfolio that has your excerpt and, kind of like an annotated bib, a description underneath it, just 2 to 3 sentences that explains why this excerpt is evidence of your growth in that learning outcome. So, like we said, if you're going to say, I really grew in research this semester, and you put in a paragraph from your iSearch paper, then I want 2 to 3 sentences underneath that paragraph that explain what is it in this paragraph that shows you've grown in research. Does that make sense? So you're going to kind of take that paragraph and explain why it shows what you say it shows. So those are the first 2 pieces. Hopefully they should be not super arduous for you. It might require some thinking work, but it shouldn't be too much heavy lifting. The big chunk here is to draft and create a reflective essay that persuasively details your growth in the rhetorical choices you made, revising your piece. Why did you make the changes that you made? Also, the rhetorical choices you made, creating your excerpt samples. So why did you choose the paragraphs that you chose? Reflect on the connections between your own revisions, your samples, and the course learning outcomes. So how does all this work demonstrate that you have grown in writing, reading, researching, and reflecting? Don't neglect reflecting. That's like the sad little brother who always gets left behind, but don't neglect it, because a lot of the things we've done this semester have been aimed at helping you practice reflecting on your own writing process. So think that through. Make sure you're addressing reflection just as much as you're addressing reading, writing, and researching. And finally, in this essay, evaluate yourself. This is a really particular kind of reflection. It's reflection and evaluation. It asks you to make a value judgment on the work that you've done. Evaluate how well or not well. You don't lose points for saying you didn't grow as much as you wanted to. Evaluate how well you have achieved the goals of this course, which are outlined in those course learning outcomes. Use specific examples in your own writing. So you've got 2 chunks that are kind of gathering, revising, kind of working over your own writing from the semester. And then this 3rd chunk is an essay that kind of synthesizes it all together in a statement that's making a claim about what you've accomplished in English 1020. What have you learned? What are you going to take away from this class into your next classes? I hope it's a bunch of stuff. I can't wait to read your reflection essays. So you guys can read through that in a little bit more depth. Let me know if you have any more questions. Meanwhile, I'm going to pull us back to our full view and we'll close out this video. Okay. Wow. Final video of the semester. Ugh, I'll try not to tear up. But I did want to end with this closing thought. You guys rock. You really do. I've been so impressed with your work this semester. This semester of all semesters, I've seen some of the highest rates of participation in an online course ever, maybe. I'm just so proud of you guys. You have not wavered. You've kept your eyes on the prize, and you are going to finish this semester really, really strong. And we're going to be able to really celebrate together on Friday. It's been such an honor to be your teacher. And I'm so proud of all of the great things you guys have been writing. You really have kept calm, and you've kept writing, and you've just gone above and beyond. So I'm really super proud of you guys. Oh, all right. So before I do fully cry, I'm just going to close out this video and say I'm proud of you one more time. And if you have any questions, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Please don't hesitate to email me. Some of you guys have been really good about getting me your questions, which is awesome. Make sure also that you're tapping your peer mentors for their knowledge. They are incredible resources, especially if you have questions about navigating the portfolio process. So shoot them an email and see what they have to say in terms of advice for you. All right. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at the showcase on Friday. Have a great rest of your beautiful spring day, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye, everybody.